All right, let's get into the papers now. On Monday morning, very interesting headlines across all the papers this morning in the country. And I have with me social commentator Shijibumi Adebi Bennett, as well as public affairs analyst Smart Akwejoye. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
It's nice to see you all this morning.
Good to see you.
Right, let's begin right away. The Nation will be our first paper this morning to begin with. APC PDP claim victory in Benue, Kano, Bauchi, others. Okay, and has some multiple riders there saying parties step up attacks ahead of March 23 polls, and Buhari won't influence results. That's what the president is saying. Now, from The Nation, let's go to the Punch newspaper. The Punch newspaper is our next one here. Runoffs, Buhari won't change results to favor you. Presidency warns APC candidates. INEC security agencies meet Tuesday over polls. All right, from The Punch, let's go to The Guardian now. The Guardian says APC PDP draw battle lines ahead of rerun elections, and ruling party rejects INEC's decisions on Rivers, other states. A CSO takes President Boratey others to UN Security Council. All right, that's a civil society organization. Now, from The Guardian, let's go to This Day. This Day is our next paper. Now, INEC, we didn't request for military deployment in collation centers. Okay, that's what they're saying, and has some multiple riders there. It says Atiku's request for election materials made on Friday and promises to attend to it. APC describes Commission's decisions on Rivers, Bauchi state polls as illegal. And PDP insists electoral body's verdicts proper, asks Tambuwal be declared Sokoto governor-elect. And presidency says APC leaders upset Buhari won't interfere with conduct of extra election. Okay, that's This Day. Let's move to The Vanguard, which is the next paper now. Rivers, Niger Delta militants split over Amechi Wike. Okay, that's what The Vanguard is saying this morning. Now, from The Vanguard, let's move to the last paper now. Business Day is the last one now. Interest on Ways and Means hits 36.3 billion naira on the third quarter in 2018. All right, that's the voice of business from Business Day. Now, gentlemen, one of the stories that will interest you this morning that I'd like us to talk about is on page 7 of the Nation newspaper that says more structures will go as Lagos demolishes 13 houses. It took the death of students and the collapse of the last building, the collapse in the last incident to take this strong decision. Smart.
First, my heart goes to those, to the family of those that lost their life, and we pray that this kind of calamity will not befall us as a nation again. First. Secondly, you see, for the fact that a private residence is being used as school, you see, those officers that are responsible for monitoring by now should have been sacked. You see, and besides, again, it's not even on the first floor, on the last floor, the third floor. Well, I wouldn't want to go into it because it's more of a complex discussion. But going into this thing, you see, either you like, because Lagos Island is, okay, I grew up partially on Lagos Island, that is Tokumbo, Oshodi Street. And I know most of these buildings.
A lot of them
actually
have
80% of those structures you see, they are not fit and habitable. What Lagos needs now, you see, is what we call an urban renewal.
Okay.
We'll take it in phases. Okay, we'll look at the first 50 houses that are defects. We want to move you whole house.
But there are some houses there that have been there since colonial times.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Standing and strong.
Yeah, depending on the kind of the building you're talking about.
Okay.
If you're looking at some of these ones that they call, these ones that developers took over, that they will make three-story.
And add another one on top. After some years,
most
add another one on top.
Most of those ones are
okay,
not.
Okay, Shijibumi, now the point there is, has this solution that Nigerians or Lagosians have expected all the while, is this it now? Is this the final solution we are seeing coming?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't think so, because we're always very, let me say, reactive in Nigeria. We're not proactive. And it's not just the fault of the government. It's our own fault as well. And if you if you studied the situation before the collapse, that building had been marked for demolition for a while. Then last year, even people were scared. People were not taking the building. Then last year, the landlord came and used paint to, erase the red paint that the Lagos State put there for demolition. So, and even while some buildings were being brought down, you saw the Omonile, as the I don't know what they call them in Lagos, and they were trying to tell the government, no, you didn't give us enough time, because there will never be enough time in Lagos or in Nigeria. So the challenge we have is, when are we going to put safety of life as a priority?
But this, so even though you said, okay, it's the fault of the people, not just government, but who has the authority to enforce if it is not government?
A government that wants to enforce anything in Nigeria has to be
considerate?
Has to take a lot of risk, because I love the statement of Malam Nasir El-Rufai the last time he said, I don't think about the next election, I think about the next generation. Even if I'm going to lose an election, I will do what I need to do. People are scared. Politicians will be scared about the next election.
You think that's what's happening in Lagos?
It's always like that, because you cannot excuse the population of that area.
Okay.
So for any serious minded.
But I know that those people, when they see the new change, the new landscape, like he was talking about urban renewal, certainly they're going to like it.
Are they going to be able to afford it?
Okay, let's move to the next story now. I'd like us to see briefly before we go. On page 7 of the Punch, is saying that fake news poses grave danger to democracy, says Burate. Now, there has been the back and forth against the allegations against the military when it comes to them not being neutral in the last election. And they have said, no, we were not involved and we don't want to be dragged into all of those politics. Smart.
You see, in the first place, fake news. If you don't kill fake news will kill the nation. And how do we kill fake news? We've allowed it. It's just like if you allow any crime to foster, you cannot curb it. You understand? It cannot be eradicated. All you could just do, there could be a reduction. You see, in the first place, there must begin to be penalty for spreading of fake news. One. Secondly, and the source also, we must be able to identify it. We must have a technology that will identify the source of this fake news. On the other hand, too, you see, before this election, we've had customs intercept loads of consignments with military uniform, military camouflage, military
or even arms.
Or even arms. So, and you see, even though that is about maybe 50% of what has been intercepted, perhaps another 50% have gone into the wrong hand. And when these people dress up, sometimes some of my friends ran into armed robbers, into a team of armed robbers, and invariably they were apprehended by those coming behind. And these people, they dress very much like policemen.
And you wouldn't know the difference.
And you wouldn't know the difference.
They stop you, you will stop. Because,
I even asked, I said, but do you know if they have stopped me, I would have stopped equally. Because I saw these people like policemen. There was no difference. And they were fake policemen. The uniform they were wearing were fake.
Okay, Shijibumi, one has said sometimes that sometimes it's silence. When the government agency or authority is supposed to make a statement, to make clarifications, that silence, that vacuum creates room for speculation and that can lead to anything. Do you think that also is part of the issue?
Yes, I think it's part of the issue. And taking it from where it stopped, I think there has to be a medium of calling out people and deactivating people's accounts, especially in the social media space, because we've even seen conventional media people post news and delete those news. So it's very important that we have those approach to it, so that you call people or you call mediums out so that they don't repeat such. Because when it
comes to social media, I wonder how challenging it will be to either deactivate people or curb.
Let me give you an example. On Instagram, for example, if you post anything and you put someone's music, Instagram will delete that post and confirm that you have authority. When you say yes, you have authority to post that, to use that song, then it is not Instagram's responsibility again. So if the person comes after you, it becomes your own cup of tea. Okay. So those things and approaches like that will help us a lot.
All right. Shijibumi Hadeni Bennett, thank you very much for coming. And Smart Akwejoye, thank you as well.
Thank you for having me.